Fortnite's next live event finally has a release date, and with numerous leaks, teasers, and confirmed collabs, let's break down everything we know about Season 4, which launches on August 25th. On average, every 78 days in Chapter 1, we would have a live event. 103 days was the average in Chapter 2, and now it is every 360 days. It's been a long wait, but on the island right now, Epic is literally telling us what's gonna happen. All you have to do is connect the dots. Dr. Sloan has activated the apparatus at Rumble Ruins, and it's gonna slowly evolve over the next couple of weeks. Everything that happens between now and then is crucial to learning the theme. So what is it telling us? This telescope is predicting the arrival of an evil presence, teased by a figure in the ancient murals. Some think that it looks like the cube's cradle, others think it's an entirely new character, but one thing's for certain, there is going to be an eclipse. She's also been told by someone trusted to get off the island as soon as possible, and people are hoping this is the return of a fan-favorite character, Agent Jones. So, we've got an incoming eclipse, an ancient evil coming to the island, and that is just the build-up. We'll get the official reveal of Season 4 on August 20th, just over a week away, with Fortnite announcing the theme and name. Then, we'll only have to wait 5 days until the update drops. So one of the most interesting leaks reveals that Fortnite is making their own Pokemon. Yes, there's an unreleased item called Capture Balls. These will let you collect animals and creatures, but that's not even the most exciting part. We are also getting mutated versions from Monster Crystals. These have been in the works for months, and considering this will be the final season of the chapter, the clock is ticking. I kinda wish it was a real Pokemon collab, but I'll take a cheap knockoff any day. With all this talk about evil creatures, who actually is coming to the island in Season 4? Well, thanks to this month's group pack, we've learned that the Oathbound hasn't disappeared like we first thought. Ord and Lex have joined, but in their loading screen, they're facing a new threat. This creepy figure who looks very familiar from the surveys. Now, if you talk to Era as Triarch Nox, she'll mention a new character, Triarch Aurora. This is interesting because Nox means night in Latin, and Aurora means dawn. So what happens when you combine the sun and the moon? An eclipse. Yeah, Fortnite is laying out so many clues that it's up to us to figure out what they mean. When it comes to Season 4's loophole, we're gonna be in for some special weapons. There are 3 new launchers in the files, and they sound ridiculous. I mean, I don't have to tell you how insane a Boogie Bomb grenade launcher sounds. Toxicity is being brought to another level. There's also a gas grenade launcher that'll probably fire stink bombs across, alongside a Firefly launcher which has been leaked for months. Now, I won't blow you away as much as Fortnite's new game mode that is going to change everything. For months, we've gotten hints and files about some kind of racing mode. It started off as rumors of a small mini-game, and since then, it has become so much more. There are 12 tracks in the works, 4 of them are for ranked mode, and if that wasn't crazy enough, Fortnite is making a custom battle pass just for this LTM. Safe to say, this is gonna be a big deal. Some of the races are gonna be themed around the past, like the Chapter 2 map, and references to turbines, Sidewinder, and a cruise. So what'll be in this battle pass? It'll probably be new vehicles, paint jobs, wraps, and extra parts that we could customize in our very own garage. Something that could arrive even sooner are legendary augments. By now, we've all gotten used to perks and how they can take our game to the next level, but imagine if they had rarities. They're currently working on legendary perks that'll be in combat caches, so if you're wondering what they could possibly do, trust me, it sounds awesome. Whether it's an instant reboot when you get killed, or an increase to your max shield, this will be game-changing. Not to mention, one of them gives you Siphon. We also know that Transformers is returning in October thanks to an exclusive pack which includes Bumblebee, Megatron, and a Battle Bus skin, along with 1,000 V-Bucks for good measure. This is the first confirmed crossover of Season 4, but we are getting plenty more between now and October. There is one rumor that refuses to die, and it's over a creaky compound. For weeks, there's been a desk at this place with folders on it. If you got in for a closer look, you would see the Stark Industries logo on the file. Of course, the internet blew up over this, and most people assumed it was a reused asset. Well, that's until Epic forgot to remove it in the next update. It's still here with less than 2 weeks to go until Season 4, so could this mean Marvel is returning? It is totally possible, especially with the leaked comic book that's coming out at the end of the year. It's not the only thing super important to the story. Epic put way too much effort into the jungle to abandon it, so don't worry, it's gonna survive all the way to the end of the chapter. It also means Mud will keep tormenting us next season, and plenty of bush perks will stick around. Not the only thing making a return. At the start of this season, leakers revealed that helicopters were being worked on. Fortnite is adding launchers that shoot every 2 seconds and deal 450 damage to builds. It sounds insane, and as you can see, the response was incredible. We've waited months and nothing has come from this, so it's safe to assume they are coming next season instead. Everything else has released, like the lever pistol, thermal DMR, and the mythic jump shotgun, so the only thing we're waiting on are choppas. As for the rest of Season 4's loophole, there are so many items on the way, from a rip pistol to a slug projectile shotgun. I mean, both of these sound incredible. It is possible the Rift Pistol could be the one Jones used in Chapter 2, or it's a totally new item that lets you create portals wherever you want. There's also a Elite Balloon Sniper and Gas Sniper, which sound pretty obvious, along with the flare.
Forget that. This is so much more. Save your fave videos.
How can you quickly turn books into money? Zifit.com pays for all kinds of books, as well as CDs, DVDs, and games.
Shotgun, although I don't know why you want to shoot a flare at point-blank range. I'd take all those with a grain of salt, but there is something that Epic is absolutely working on, and that is the next anime collab. Jujutsu Kaisen just released, but when you're weeks away from a new season, everyone's asking, what's next? Of course, One Piece is the first anime that comes to mind. Fortnite has seemingly been teasing this for a while, like they do with all of their other anime collabs. Attack on Titan was hinted at by PUI, Jujutsu Kaisen had the Curse Llama months ago, and now One Piece is being teased with the Whale Glider. Keep in mind, the Netflix show drops just days after Season 4, and people are really hoping to see Luffy or Zoro in the Battle Pass. What we do know is that Fortnite is quickly approaching, and Epic is already preparing for a big LTM in Season 4. They've been working on a new version of Horde Rush with tons of updated POIs, and the most important part of this is the boss. Yeah, there's a vampire NPC in development that is going to be tougher than the Caretaker. Not the only moment to look forward to. Even though we didn't get a live event this time around, we are getting one next season, and it'll be the finale of Chapter 4. In fact, we even have a date. The countdown officially begins on November 21st, with the event happening on December 2nd. So what exactly do we know about Season 4's new map? I mean, sure, we're keeping the jungle biome, and the apparatus is going to change things, but what else is coming? Well, each season in Chapter 4 has introduced a new area, from Neo-Tokyo to the ancient ruins, and this time it'll be a desert. Fortnite has been working on new versions of Joshua trees, the same type we saw in Paradise Palms. There's also going to be armored cars driving around this new area, controlled by henchmen who will shoot on sight. Some think it'll be the return of the Imagined Order now that Sloan has powered up the apparatus. Now let's take it back to Season 4's start date. If you remember, it's around August 25th, and that is interesting for one reason: Ahsoka premieres on August 23rd. Famously, Fortnite and Star Wars get along well, not to mention Ahsoka is one of the only main characters who hasn't joined the game. It made the perfect time to reveal her, and although she's not in the files right now, I'm willing to put my money on this one. It could also include the return of a powerful item. In Chapter 2, we had a mythic version of the Chug Jug, and it was bottomless. You could use it as much as you want. It's only around for 2 months and never came back, but since then, Epic has been updating it to be a generic item that'll drop at any moment. Moving away from speculation, we have the first confirmed pack of Season 4, Hacksaw. It's a pretty simple outfit, and that's why he's a starter pack, but I kinda love it. It's different to what we usually get, but sadly, it gives us no clues to next season's theme. It's also pretty ironic because Hacksaw might be the only dino left by the time he releases. Epic accidentally left an NPC spawn in the files relating to Season 4, and it told us all about the vampire boss. Well, it also mentions that raptors will be vaulted, and it gets even more surprising claiming that llamas will also be cut, so I don't know how I feel about this one. If you prefer animatronic animals, Five Nights at Freddy's is a movie coming out, and it drops on October 27th, which is right in the middle of Season 4. Fans think this is the perfect opportunity for a collab, and not gonna lie, if we run around as Freddy Fazbear, I think it would break the internet. Scott Cawthon has previously said that nothing was in the works, but that comment is now 2.5 years old, so we'll have to wait and see. We've also got new info about the Doctor Who collab, which has been leaked for a very long time. Originally, it was planned for the 60th anniversary of the show, and we are expecting to get this in Season 4, but insiders have revealed it got delayed. They wanted to make room for the LEGO collab in November, so we'll have to see everyone's favorite alien in the new year. The reason a LEGO crossover is happening in November is because Chapter 5 starts then. Next season's official end date is November 30th, which means it'll last around 14 weeks. Hopefully, and I'm praying on this one, that's enough time to get first-person mode. Yeah, we've heard about this a lot, but recently Epic added files that let us walk through mud, along with shooting a mammoth pistol and throwing a kinetic boomerang. Honestly, at this point, it's a roll of the dice whether first person drops next season, or is the big announcement of a chapter launch. Only one way to find out.